So now we're going to try and measure the density of an object. This is how we're going to do it. So density is defined as the mass over volume. So we will measure the mass of a fixed volume of water. We're going to place a beaker on the balance and tare it, so there's going to be 0. Then we're going to pour 10 milliliters of water into the beaker. We're going to record the weight of water. Okay, so here's the weight of water. We know the volume of water, it is 10, and we will have to calculate density of water by dividing the weight of water by the volume of water. And then you will need to answer this question, whether or not the weight of water weighs 1 gram. It probably will not, because 1 milliliter of water weighs 1 gram at 4 degrees Celsius. At temperatures that are higher than 4 degrees Celsius, the water will weigh less. So here you can see the beaker. It is already tared. So 10 milliliters of water. I pour it into the beaker, making sure that every drop counts. So this is the weight of 10 milliliters of water. We've got all the data. Please record them and calculate them. Next, we need to record the temperature of water, and you can see it here. So this is 20. So you see it's between 20 and 30. It's up to you to judge which temperature it is. So why you need this? To make sure that you use the proper the temperature of water is not 4 degrees Celsius. The weight of 1 milliliter will be less than a gram, and it should be, and it is, very close to 1 gram. So next we're going to be determining the density of the rubber stopper. For this we're going to weigh the rubber stopper and then drop it into 20 milliliters of water in a graduated cylinder. We're going to measure the volume after the stopper is in the water, calculate the difference between the volume of water plus stopper and volume of water without. That's going to be the volume of the stopper. And then we're going to calculate the density of the stopper by dividing the weight of it by the volume of it. So I have 20 milliliters of water here. It is 20. And I have the rubber stopper, which I'm placing now on the scales. So this is the volume, sorry, that's the weight of the stopper. And I'm gonna throw the stopper into the water. So this is the volume of water after the stopper was added there. Okay. Each tick represents 1 milliliter. So from 20 you go up. So again, the mass of the stopper goes here. The volume of liquid after the stopper was thrown in the water goes here. Original volume is 20 mils. The volume of the stopper is the difference between the two. So you have to calculate the density of the stopper, as well as you have to perform these two tasks. You also need to do these pre-lab exercises for labs number 3, 4, and 5, and for labs number 1 and 2 you need to do these review exercises. Let me zoom out, which you have to do by yourself. Okay, lab review number 1, you need to submit it on the blackboard. Okay, you have to do it by yourself. So overall, the first submission packet for the labs will be labs number 1 through 5. We're going to do the specific gravity lab today. Later, it will be recorded, and the lab number 4 and lab number 2, conversions and temperature, will be recorded a little bit later.